Hello, and welcome to my mobile stream. This is my first mobile stream that I've done. I don't know if this is being recorded at.
DJ,
Yes!
I just printed out Chris's resume and your resume.
Oh!
You need to update yours with what you're currently doing.
Okay!
They're both on the desk up by the computer.
Alright! Sorry about that. That was my dad. He was talking to me about work. My current workplace is rough right now. It is very rough. Anyways, moving on. Welcome to my stream. This is my first mobile stream. I don't know if this is being recorded. Probably is, probably isn't. That way you guys can look back on it and take a look. Why am I streaming now of old times instead of in the morning? I don't know. Regardless, I will be telling a story of my roleplay universe. Actually, not technically mine, but it is a friend of mine's shared universe that I have with them. We'll go over the real-life history of this universe. Hello, and welcome, people. I am telling a story of a roleplay universe, shared roleplay universe. It is currently in the description of the stream. Good question. Anyways, moving on. I'll go over the real-life history of this roleplay universe. This shared roleplay universe between me and my friends. To start, this universe started on Discord. Actually, no, not Discord, excuse me, Roblox. It started on Roblox in a little roleplay game known as Dragon's Life. Dragon's Life is a Roblox game where you can roleplay as your custom-made dragon. And it was really early on in Dragon's Life, if you know what I mean. And the person that hosted this roleplay universe was Captain Humanity. He was a small-time player, not really that big. He does have a YouTube channel and is still posting to this day, but he hasn't started his YouTube channel in a while. And the universe he started off on a genre known as the Greek Pantheon genre. He had his own custom character and everything. And his character name is Lord Flame. This genre also, by the way, is a... Whoa! This genre is a dark fantasy genre that he started for roleplay in Dragon's Life. His character started off having a happy life, and his character started off having a happy life, and then one day he fell in love. His character, Lord Flame, fell in love with Aphrodite. The head of the Greek gods, Zeus, did not like that. For a while, he abused Lord Flame himself. And the abuse only intensified after he started dating Aphrodite. Then thank you. Then one day, when they were about to get married, Lord Flame and Aphrodite, Zeus barged in, flat out killed Aphrodite right in front of Lord Flame himself, and told him monsters don't get to deserve to have a life at all. This is what happens when monsters start having lives. No, they don't. Even in the actual lore of the Greek gods. Anyways, Lord Flame got really ticked off, and as a result, the first rampage started. To give a bit of context, Lord Flame wasn't human in the slightest. He was a dragonoid character who was the god of rage, god of war, and after what Zeus did, the god of revenge. And holy shit, he got cold quick. When Zeus did the murder, Lord Flame pulled out one of his signature swords, the Sword of the Tormented King, not the Sword of the Tormented God, he has two of them, and stabbed it into Zeus's chest. Because gods can't die, Zeus was stuck there, impaled. The other gods tried to help and free him. But unfortunately, they all died. Here's the reason. The Sword of the Tormented King is a sentient sword, and can absorb the souls of those it does not deem worthy. And it is truly Flame's sword. This sword also has a poisoned edge to the point where it doesn't let the person die, and it causes them to experience the worst kind of pain ever. So Zeus was undergoing unimaginable amounts of pain, and this poison was taking advantage of his immortality. eventually, this broke. Once the gods were dealt with, there was only a very, very few remaining amount. Probably like 6 total. Because the other pantheons got involved, but unfortunately, they all died, leaving only a select handful. And Flame then took his rage out on the followers of these gods. For a good reason. When Flame was out in the public, even the people were horrified of him. None of them even wanted to show any compassion or emotion towards him, let alone empathy. Almost none of them did. And his mother, Indara, not the Indara from Wings of Fire, not that one. Indara Ender. Fucking hell, my mind is racing. Anyways. What was I saying? Right. Indara Ender was a manipulative mother. However, she didn't really start getting on Flame's radar until far later. Flame took it out on the followers of these gods and nearly wiped out all of humanity on Earth. There was a small resistance left. And at that time, Flame also led a nation. It wasn't until one wizard and the remaining gods got together, did a spell, and sealed away Flame and his nation into a dimension in between dimensions, aptly named the Between, later on. Even Flame's family got sent there. However, the bad thing was, the entire planet was so far gone, the darn race of humanity still died out anyways, because of how far damaged it was after that war. The wizard fled to another planet. This wizard ended up being known as Filbert. No special titles, no nothing, just Filbert. He was a humble wizard. And he was also one of the most powerful ones out there as well in this universe. Back to the Flame and his people. Flame had just gotten out of his rage state and realized his mistakes. Realized his regret. And he and his people had to survive in a very hostile dimension. This dimension had no food, no water, just tar and stone. What Flame did shocked all of his people to their core. He started punching the ground. And he kept going. He did not accept food. He did not accept water. He left it for his people. Flame blamed himself for what happened to his people. So much. He even looked death in the face and said, "Not yet. I am not ready to go." He kept punching despite his hands getting bloodied. And he kept going till he hit dirt. Eventually, some farmers did find some seeds that were on the ground and planted them within the dirt. And you utilized some water to, well, grow the tree. Or, as I should say, grow the seed. But Flame kept going. After one small pass out, he got right the fuck back up and got right back to punching stone. Minecraft style. Like, he kept going. Several acres worth of farmland he uncovered. Lots of stone pulverized. His hands were flat out nubs by the time he was done. And he got done with over several thousand acres over the course of years within between. Here's the funny thing about the between. The flow of time is extremely random in comparison to the outside dimensional time. A second could easily be over 1,000 years in the between, or it could be nanoseconds in the between. It usually is dependent on the person it was centered around for seeing them. Eventually, Flame had recovered. And they also discovered metal, a new kind of metal. One they called Betwenium steel, because it was the only known metal that existed in this universe. Or as I should say, in this dimension. What this was material that came through black holes. So compressed, so condensed, that it takes a really hot forge to even melt the darn shit. And Flame built one, heated it himself, and forged inside the entire forge. Forged the Betwenium metal and everything. Made steel. And he was so dehydrated, it almost killed him. I say almost because, again, he has that habit of looking death in the fucking face and saying no. Still does to this day. That is all I have for tonight. I will tell more as, well, I have more motivation This is basically a test stream to see if these streams save on my channel. And if they do, then hell yeah. If they don't, then oh well. I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Ugh.